Welcome back. Isn't this manifestation world absolutely amazing, but at the same time can drive you crazy trying to figure it out? One moment, you're closing your eyes, you're doing an imaginal act, you want that partner, you want the money to show up, you want the opportunities to show up. You could feel it so deep within you that you know that you've done it, but then now what? What do you do in the meantime? What are the practical steps? What should you be doing? How many times should you do a technique? Do you need to do the technique? Let it go. Don't attach. Attach to it. Expect it. Don't expect it. It's enough to drive you crazy. But this video, if that's where you are, enjoying the manifestation journey, but getting really frustrated because you don't know what you should be doing in the meantime, this video is just for you. What I'm going to show you in this video, I'm going to share what I've done to grow and blossom and blow up my YouTube channel in the last 2 months. I'm going to bring the delusional side of manifestation, where we want you to dream big. We want you to totally let go of logic and trying to figure it out and trying to make it happen, right? Resting in that done deal, resting in the wish fulfilled. And then I'm going to show you what to do in the meantime, because I'm like you. I came from this logical left brain world, loved the idea of the intuitiveness, of the magicalness, almost even we can say the woo-ness of it all, that it's so inviting, that it's so mind-blowing because it does work. And that's all we're ever doing is imagining and manifesting and imagining and manifesting. However, we've been conditioned to think about it analytically, logically, pragmatically. So what I'm going to do today for you in this video is bring both of those worlds together to show you that if you are that version that loves the idea of the intuitiveness, but still, as you're transitioning more and more into just doing the imaginal acts and letting it happen, you got to let go of the old reality. You got to let go of the old way of thinking. And the best way to let it go is to include it. So I'm going to show you today how to do that. And I'm going to show you by the example of my YouTube channel of how I used manifestation and logic together as partners. Is you can't get it wrong. It's going to happen anyway. And it almost happens. And it seems like it's so natural that you really didn't need to do the manifestation thing. You can't get it wrong, but you can make it long. And that's when you have these two minds, the logical side and the intuitive side, battling each out. And because you've been in the logical side longer and it seems to be a little bit stronger, that's why your manifestations seem to be hit or miss. So I'm going to use myself as the test subject to show you how you can do both. That if you do bring in logic, you're not hurting the manifestation. And if you're bringing in manifestation, you're not totally throwing out logic, how both of them are needed. So thank you so much for joining me here. My name is Didi Pavernick, and I am the Invincible CEO, and I am the most exciting last manifestation coach you're ever going to need. I hold nothing back. Everything here is from the heart because I want to see you win. I want to see you win big all the time, because this manifestation stuff really is easy when you don't have the conscious mind dividing you within yourself, right? So we're going to do a united front, and that's going to help a whole lot with this manifestation process. And I don't mind using myself as the guinea pig here, but I love sharing my success stories, and I can't wait for you to share yours as we work together, either one-on-one here on our YouTube videos or in all the wonderful offerings that I do offer on my website. And there's just so much fun we're offering. So if you haven't checked out the website, theinvincibleceo.com, there's a wonderful blog there, lots of great information to help you on your manifestation journey. So I'm going to give you everything I got, because I want to see you win. I want to see you win big. I want to see you win big all the time. So I want you to think about it this way. Here's your logical mind, and it's the mind up until this point that probably was the dominant mind. And let's call that mind Bob, right? Bob, what about Bob? Bob, what about Bob? We always got to know about Bob. And Bob is the one Give you that little bit of that critical committee in your head. Why are you doing that? What are we doing? Why is it taking so long? Where's it at? You follow the rules. It's not happening. What are the rules, right? This is Bob with all the questions. Why? However, up until this point, if everything's manifestation, everything's imaginal, you've been doing manifestation at that level, what we would call the human experience. Through repetition, eventually you get results, but you don't always get the same results over and over again. And then let's call the subconscious mind Mimi, right? Here's this new friend, Mimi, new girl at school, comes in, makes friends with you. Bob's a little standoffish, not quite sure what this Mimi chick's all about. And she starts saying, hey, what about manifestation? And we can get this for you in 48 hours or 3 days. And it's so much easier. Yeah, you can do it the way Bob's doing it and take 10 steps, but here's 2 steps over here. And you really don't have to do much. You just got to let it come to you. And now you're like, whoa, if I don't have to do 10 steps and I can just do it in 2 or less, that works for me. I'm excited. Wouldn't you be? I'd be excited. Wouldn't you be excited? Yeah, absolutely. So there's this tug of war going between the manifestation world and the logical left brain. And you can't be manifestational and logical at the same time. But it doesn't have to be that way anymore. And that's what we're going to talk about here today. So I'm going to walk you through how I go delusional in my manifestation, but I know that if I stay in that world, my conscious mind's going to come in, and if it doesn't have a job, if I don't assign it a job ahead of time, it's going to make the whole process much longer, right? It's going to be that annoying friend. So all this time I've been hanging out with Bob, and now Mimi comes along and I'm spending time with her. Bob's not liking that. And Bob's going to try to sabotage that new friendship that I'm having, or at least it's going to appear that way. I would highly recommend a notebook because there's going to be some great nuggets here. We're going to take it nice and slow. We're going to walk through this. We're going to figure out this process together. And when you leave here, it is my intention that you will be able to take your favorite manifestational techniques and assign a role to your conscious mind that after you're done doing the technique, that you're going to have your conscious mind look for evidence, not proof. There's a difference. So let me just kind of fill you in. If this is your first time here, please take a moment, like and subscribe to the channel. And we are growing, and we're growing fast. And there's just so much fun we're offering. Okay, so let me share a little bit about my business, because you need a little bit of foundational understanding as to where I was with the YouTube channel. So I started my businesses back in 2013, 2014, but it wasn't until 2019 that I decided maybe I should start bringing some of this into the online space, because everything I was doing was in person. And I started this YouTube channel very late in 2019, maybe November or December. But fast forward 2020, I started putting together some digital products. I have some great digital products on the website. How to create a powerful appreciation manifestation journal, the 7 energetic business laws of the universe. My foundational course is the energetic mindset solution. And I also have a wish fulfilled manifestation library with over 270 videos there. So now that I have the digital products, at the beginning of last year, probably around April, my partner said, I keep thinking about you and this YouTube channel. He goes, maybe now's the time for you to do something with it. Last May, I took a look at my channel and I thought, is it time? Is it time to blow this up? Because I have all that other wonderful stuff going on. And I could say to you that I gave it a shot, but I wasn't all in. And so you'll see a little bit of surge in some videos last May. To look at the YouTube channel, I got too bogged down into, here's what you got to do if you're a small channel. This is the death of small channels. This is the only way you can grow your channel. If you do this. And it was just like, what? And in December, and this happens every once in a while, but when it happens, it's golden. It's that intuitive hit that we all know our own intuitive hits. And every morning I get up, and one of the things I say is, today's the day. I have no idea what today's the day about, but I know today's the day. So I said that on December 4th, it's time for the YouTube channel. And I know that feeling, it resonated very strong. And I'm like, okay, let's do this. Let's do the YouTube channel. Now, whenever I'm doing something new, I always give 3 months. And that's the foundation in my Invincible CEO programs, 3 months for change. And the reason I've chose that is, so for example, after having 5 children, after I had the first child, it took 3 months for a new normal, right? And as a personal trainer, to get somebody ready for the bodybuilding stage, give me 3 months. If I'm going to assign you and create a nutrition plan just for you, we're going to take 3 months, because the first month we're going to activate, the second month we're going to align, the third month we're going to anchor, because it's about taking you from what I call the jump off character into the new character of your wish fulfilled. And that new character speaks differently, sleeps differently, walks differently, talks differently, dresses differently. It's a whole different version of you that's just waiting to be born during those 3 months. But in the beginning, that first month, we're activating all the newness. We're choosing all the things that we want to express and explore. The second month, we're starting to align. It's not this something now that I'm choosing to do. It's starting to become who I am. And that by the third month, when that third month is there, I don't even have to think about it anymore. I'm anchored in, right? It's not this thing that I started doing and now that I'm doing, it's just this is part of who I am. What we're doing here with manifestation is we're looking to totally leave those old realities where what's unwanted is unwanted, and that's not who you are. But this has to be a lifestyle. This has to be an embodiment of a new version of you. So I just wanted to give you that piece of mindset that this is what I do before I take anything new on. I commit for 3 months, knowing that the first month is all going to be about activation. And I'm trying to figure out how the new me moves. What does she do that the old me doesn't do anymore? How does it then, as I'm going into the second month, it just becomes more like second nature to me, so that by the time the third month rolls around, I don't even know the old me anymore. Everything's totally different. And it's taken on a life of its own, where I've gotten, say, the roller coaster over that first hill that it has to climb, and now I'm in that flow state. So for those 3 months, I'm willing to go through almost like the birthing process of a new me. And that's what I did here with my YouTube channel. You're going to learn a lot faster, and it's going to integrate within you. So that's kind of the bigger mindset, that whether you're new to manifestation or you're new to any technique, it's about putting it into repetitive practice for 3 months. And that's what you're used to, whether you're going into the gym or you're eating differently or you're learning how to drive a car. It's through repetition, the naturalness of the new character starts to come out in month 2 and month 3. So I wanted to kind of lay that foundation there. The other foundation for this example, because I'm using me as an example, and I can't wait to share your manifestation success stories, whether it's just from watching this YouTube channel or we actually work together one-on-one. But again, it's my biggest joy for you to win big. And I also have to include myself in there. So back in December 4th, my YouTube channel had 137 subscribers. And a little funny story, I posted a video or two of the subscribers disappeared. It was like, yeah, I'll subscribe to your channel, but you start posting videos and I'm out of here. So that cracked me up. And that's why I like to put funny stories, so that when things like that happen and it seems like, okay, I'm going in this direction, and now my manifestation seems to be going in the opposite direction, I just write a funny story over it, because it really is, right? It's sort of like, yeah, let's see if that little bit will make her quit. No, it won't. So what I did was I thought to myself, okay, let's get delusional first. What kind of delusional outcome can I expect or command in my universe? What is it that I want to see? And I know that with YouTube, there are certain criteria you have to meet in order to get monetized. And it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. And I'm like, okay, there's one, but that's not delusional enough, right? That's doable to me. I don't know how long, but it's doable. I want outright delusional. So right away, I'm like, 100,000 subscribers. I want that little plaque. I'm not really a trophy girl, but I want that one for some reason. And that's okay, right? So as I put my hand, this way, I'm holding up my YouTube plaque that I got for 100,000 subscribers. Even though you can't see it and I can't see it, I kind of can feel it in my hands. Isn't that interesting? I can feel that there. Anyway, so I'm going to be delusional, and I'm going to say that I want to get 100,000 subscribers within a year when I only have 135. So that's my delusional manifestation, right? And I'm going to create an imaginal act. I'm going to create myself holding the plaque and doing a video, because all of this is imaginal acts anyway. But the thing that I know, that if I stay too much over there, right? I've done the act. I see it coming. I see it has my name and the Invincible CEO on it. I can feel what it feels like. I give it all the feels of reality. And that's that wide, like, go big or go home. That's kind of how I feel all the time. Like, it has to be that if I share that with people, right? If I come on screen and go, within a year, I'm going to have 100,000 subscribers, but probably within 6 months, it's going to faster because I always get what I want plus more, and I get it way faster than I normally would ask for it. And that's a true foundational assumption that I have for manifestation. I always get what I want plus more quicker than I ask for. And if you haven't signed up yet I have a free course in the description box below about creating strong, powerful foundational assumptions. I highly recommend that you click on that link. Okay, so I realize now I have my delusional goal of 100,000 subscribers within 6 to 12 months. And if I tell people who know that and they look at my channel, they'd be like, okay, if anyone can do it, it's you. How many times I've heard that? But how are you going to do this? And here's the best part. I don't know, but I know it's going to happen. So I got my delusional part in. I got my subconscious. I got my Mimi, my friend Mimi and I, we sit and we talk. We go 100,000 subscribers and 6 to 12 months to do it. Okay. Now, my friend Bob over here, my rational mind, my practical buddy, my analytical, criticizing buddy, if you could say, says, how are you going to do that? And I'm like, I don't know. And he goes, well, that's not good enough. That's not going to get you there. You got to have a plan. You got to have a plan. You got to have steps. Where are the steps? How are we going to do this? We can do this. We can do this. We're going to work our butts off. And you're not going to sleep for 6 months, and he goes on and on and on and on. And it's like, all right, Bob, calm down. Calm down. Let's figure out a way, because I really like my new friend, Mimi. I know you will too. Why don't we work together as a team? Right? So I think to myself, how can I get my analytical mind on board that it could start to look for some evidence, not proof, just evidence that every day my conscious mind finds evidence that we're moving forward. We're moving towards, not away, towards, right? So I say to Bob, can you do that for me? Can you look through my eyes, look at the screens and the numbers, and agree that if there's movements, that there's movement and that you're on board? And he's like, sure, I can do that. How are we going to do that? So I thought about how can I make monthly goals? So what I did was I really defined my jump off point, meaning where I was on December 4th. And I'm going to put that on the screen here so that you can see where my jump off point was, right? And most of the time when we're doing a wish fulfilled, we're really defining what the finish line looks like, right? We're defining what 2 or 3 or 4 weeks after that would look like. What would we be saying? What would we be doing? But a lot of times we skip over defining, almost like we're denying we're here. So I never want you to deny where your jump off is. And I say praise your jump off character, because he or she was so brave to get you here to realize the big change that you wanted to make. And then I thought, all right, 100,000. What's the easiest way to get there in a year, right? And of course, my mind's going to divide by 12, divide by this. And then I remembered on my channel, I have a video, and it's still here, and I'll link it in the description box below, that said, would you rather me give you $5 million today, or take this magic penny and the penny doubles every day, and all you got to do is spend the penny each day? And I thought, and that was a challenge I did with my group for 30 days, because when you take a penny and you double it, in a month, you have over $10 million. So the 5 million initial payout may seem like a lot, but if you take the time and get through those days where it's only a penny, then it's 2 pennies, then it's 4 cents, and it's 8 cents. And it just seems like, here's this person over here that took the 5 million and they're rolling in the riches. And now it's like, you got this delayed gratification and you're not quite sure, but you knew intuitively that taking the penny was better than the 5 million, right? So I thought about that, and I thought, what a wonderful process, because it's really mimicking the life cycle. So what I decided to do was take where I was at 135, and could I double it each month, right? So December 4th, we're at 135, and then double it to January 4th is 270, and then double it again February 4th, and it's 540, and March 4th is 1080. And April 4th is 2160, right? And you see the momentum. And for me, I feel in my story that the first month is always that hardest, because there's no momentum. So for me, getting from 135 to 270 is a bigger feat than, 6 months down the line when you're at 40,000 going to 80, because you have such momentum going on and you're a whole different person than where you're starting out. So I thought to myself, okay, and I said to my conscious mind, can you look for evidence of doubling? And the really cool thing I love about YouTube is they have this beautiful YouTube studio. So even though outside, if you were looking at my channel, maybe 1 or 2 new subscribers were coming each day, but in my mind, in my heart, in my inner knowing, I knew not only did I have the 100,000 subscribers, but I also have this much if I double every single month. So by the time we get to December 4th of this year, it's over 500,000 subscribers. And I know that my logical, analytical friends would be gone, yeah, maybe you could do a little bit of that, but that would be astronomical. That's not going to happen, or it's going to be low probability. And in their reality, they're absolutely right. But what I know. And when I made the chart that I just put on the screen, it's done. I don't need to know the how. I don't need to know. I trust. And one of the things that I said to myself on December 4th was, already what I have already here is enough. Like, I don't even technically have to add another video. That's enough. And I say that every day. What I already have is enough. I don't have to do another video, and it neutralizes it out. So if I decide to do a video, it will already add on to what's already there. And when I say that I'm looking for my YouTube channel to go viral, it's not like the viral like you think. To me, all viral is duplication. So if you think about a virus on a computer or a virus in your body, what happens is that this foreign little entity gets in there and it latches on and it starts to duplicate itself. That's what I'm already doing, right? So for me, when I say that I've gone viral, it means that I've doubled every month since the last month. That's my virility. We found evidence every day that my YouTube was going viral because the percentages, the viewing percentage went up. And of course, when you have nobody viewing and then people start viewing, it's like skyrockets through the roof. But it still was enough that my conscious mind wasn't going, this isn't going to work, or this is too slow. It didn't do any of that because it had a job. It had a job to look for evidence of growth every day in any kind of stat that we were looking at. And it was okay. We decided ahead of time within the trinity of me, Mimi, and Bob, that if there was a day where subscribers didn't increase, that was okay. Like, I allowed for the okayness of whatever was happening. Not only is it fun for me to get my manifestations, but it really gets me excited when you get yours, because it's like double the manifestation fun for me. And it's like, okay, I'm going to suck it up. I'm going to do the shorts. And my first couple of shorts, I think they got like 50 views. I started to look at shorts differently as a part of my strategy, a wonderful tactic, and that I could use them in certain ways. And that's what I've developed now over the course of this. And they're a great way to bring in new subscribers. So it's like, okay, here we want to grow this subscriber count. Here I want to grow my reach. I want to be able to share these wonderful videos with as many people that are looking for solutions that I can offer to you very quickly. And by January 4th, I had doubled +1, because I always get what I ask for plus more. So on January 4th, I had 271 subscribers. I was beyond tickled, so excited, which then brought more excitement and more just inspired action, right? So now, instead of having to talk myself into going and making short videos, I was looking forward to them. And I started to realize that, it's the subscriber count of getting in front of more and more people, sharing this wonderful information. I know there's a lot of wonderful coaches out there, but I wanted to provide a space and a place that if you really wanted manifestation and you really wanted to put it into practice, bringing in the subconscious and the conscious mind, that would be the coach that I am for you. I am no nonsense. I'm straight to the point, because I want you to get your results as quickly as possible. And I can tell when people are fighting within themselves. So I had to make sure during this journey that my conscious mind wasn't going, why isn't it happening? Why is it taking so long? Because we already gave it a 3-month time frame. I already gave it a 3-month time frame. Now, can I do manifestations like this? Absolutely. Absolutely, I can. I do it all the time. But for something like this, where I'm just morphing into a new version of myself. I really like to take the time and feel from when I have to talk myself into something or explain it to myself to when it starts to become so natural to me that I'm assuming the version that's always been doing that. Does that make sense? Okay. So now month one ends, and now month two, I am aligning. I'm aligning to being this YouTuber. And, you know, I'm seeing more and more interaction with comments. I'm seeing people coming on board saying, I've been looking for this. In my Imaginal Acts, when I'm creating my videos, I also give the dialogue to the characters that are going to show up. It's like you're reading my mind. This is exactly what I was looking for. I understand clearly now. You make it so easy. Like, these are the things that as I'm creating my videos, I'm hearing in my head, and I'm very auditory in my Imaginal Acts. I do visualize, but definitely what I hear. And then I start to see that show up on my YouTube channel. So as I'm going along, I'm taking all the pointers. And in month two, now I know that we need to be 540 subscribers by February 4th. And that was reached on January 11th, a week after the first doubling. I doubled again. So it took the 1 month to double plus one, and then doubled within a week. And that's when I know the manifestation part is taking over. That's when I know that Bob, my conscious mind, is doing a good job, that he's not working against, that conscious mind's not working against me, because we doubled it. And now Bob believes that it can be doubled in 1 month. And we know that that first month was the most challenging. So now that Bob's on board, we're looking for more and more evidence. We're connecting, because Bob's not going, where is it? Why isn't it here? There's more free flowing energy. And now the second doubling only took another week. So on January 11th, we doubled again to the 540 that I was supposed to do by February 4th. And it takes the pressure off. It builds the momentum. It builds the excitement. So that whole second month were there days where there was no movement? It seemed like there was no movement in subscribers. Yes, but we always found movement on the YouTube studio somewhere else. There was more engagement. People stayed on longer for videos. There were more comments. So we didn't use just one thing. And when I say we, it's like, you know, my imaginary team, my other personalities that are in there. But it wasn't a house divided. And that's really, really important in assigning these roles within yourself ahead of time. So now here we are. It is now February 6th. And on February 3rd, we reached the 1,000 subscriber mark. The fun thing was, it was there, and then an hour later it went back to $9.99. I was like, wait a minute. And then it went to 1,000, and then it went to $9.99, and then it went to 1,000, and then it went to $9.99. And that's when I realized my buddy, my friend in Portugal, Declan, was going, unsubscribe, subscribe. And I gave him a message and said, stop doing that. I know it's you, stop doing that. But for whatever it was, whenever you're going into a new reality, it's a little volatile. It's a little flip-floppy like that. So I decided on Saturday, which was the 3rd, we're over 1,000 now, when I went to bed that night. And I'm like, okay, I can now let the subscriber count go, because everything now will be added on to me, and more people will come. And, you know, you build it and they will come, and they're coming, and I get to interact, and here's more people. And I also know there's more people viewing than there are subscribers. So not only do I have my subscribers, but I have all these amazing viewers that I would love for you to subscribe, but I know that you're here too. So I'm talking to all of you because this is so exciting for me. So now the weird thing happens on Sunday the 4th. Now it's the 2 month, and it's almost like my mind says, are you really committed for the 3 months? Are you really in for this? And it felt weird in my body all day long. We went to visit my son up at his college. It just felt weird, like I was in the twilight zone all day. It was like 1,015, 1,017, 1,013, 1,015, 1,017. And it was like the subscriber version was throwing a hissy fit, like, because now the focus, as I was getting ready for my new week, was on watch time hours, really putting out strong, powerful content that engaged you, my beautiful viewer and subscriber, so that it's worth your while you're here with me. that you're enjoying our journey together. Like we're two friends sitting across the table from one another, right? That's what I want this to be. I want you to feel like you know me, right? That we've known each other for a really long time. And I truly, truly, deeply care about you. It reminded me of my firstborn and secondborn, that when I just had my firstborn, it was just her. And then the second one came along, and then I had to split my time, but she was so used to getting all of my time. And now this baby was taking away mom's time. Now we had other family members. She was well taken care of, but I can only imagine in her little world what that must have felt like to her. And I felt like that's what my subscriber count was like, my firstborn that I nurtured. And now the second baby of watch time hours really needs my attention. But I'm still making sure that subscriber count, but it's not that first go-to thing all the time, right? And I realized it was doing a little bit of a hissy fit, like, but what about me? But what about me? See, I have all these characters in my head, but it really is a great way when you assign it like that. You can look at it from a non-personal perspective of zeroing yourself out. So that's what I decided to do on Sunday night, which was the 4th, that I love my subscribers. I love all the people coming onto the channel, but I really now want to go full blown in on the heart and soul of not just watch time hours, but really amazing quality content for you. And I zeroed myself out and I made peace with that. And when I woke up on the morning, this is going to be really important. When I woke up on the morning of the 5th, February 5th, which was yesterday, my subscriber count was 1015. And I can't tell you how it happened, but out of nowhere, all of a sudden, something clicked somewhere. I don't know which video or videos, but all of a sudden, it was 10:15, then it was 10:30, then it was 10:45. And I jokingly said, I'm not going to bed until it's 1100. And when I went to bed last night, my subscriber count was 1101. And if you realize, I've already met my March 4th goal of 1080, and it's only February 6th. It's only 2 days after it was, because the last month it was a month to double, and then it took another week to double again. And now it only took another day to double. And this subscriber count is growing and growing and growing and growing. How? I don't know which videos are being watched, but because I say every day when I go to bed at night, I've done enough. If I never do anything else again, there's already enough there to reach me to my doubling goal, because I don't know how this is going to happen, but I do know that it's going to happen. And what allows it to happen quicker is that I assign ahead of time what my conscious mind's role is going to be. So if it ever does start to go, why isn't it happening? Like I did have about 10 days ago, 3 days where no subscriber count moved. And it's like, the mind was coming in. Am I doing it wrong? Did I wear out these type of shorts? And it was just like, no, that's not your job. That's not the job I assigned you. Your job isn't to say, why isn't it working? Your job, conscious mind, is to remember to focus on evidence of growth. And right away, when I said that, it was like, I'm so sorry, Dee Dee, evidence of growth. Let me find evidence of growth. And that's what we went in and we did. And right away, it brought a divided house, even though that little bit of why isn't it happening? What's going on? Am I doing something wrong? It automatically united us again, because what's done is done. And all I'm here as the conscious character is to see how this plays out. And when I'm moved to make a decision, I can say no, I don't have to do it. But there's certain types of decisions within me that are just so overwhelming, fun, that I know, like, even though it wouldn't be the normal decision that I make, it's worth exploring a little bit to see where it goes. So my manifesting friend, thank you for being here and going through all of this with me. This channel is growing, it's explosive. I'm already headed toward my April 4th goal and it's showing once again, because there's no resistance to the doubling going on inside. And I don't need to know how it happens. All I need to do is create amazing shorts and amazing long content video for you. And I will share I will put some other things up, other goals that were hit, because I made a whole bunch of list of things to check off, because the conscious mind loves to check things off. That's the other thing I forgot to mention. My conscious mind loves to check things off a checklist. And it knows that some of them are going to come quick and some of them are going to take a while. So I'm going to put them up here. And not only did we get subscribers and not only did we get comments, but we also got people purchasing the digital products on my website. We also got people hiring me for the coaching programs that I've offered. And we also have a few people who have hired me for my VIP sessions. So this is beyond, like, those things were on the goal list, but for it to happen so quickly has been so exciting. So that's where, even if wherever you are in your journey, whether you're thinking about a YouTube channel, you're thinking about growing your business, you're thinking about finding a partner, take the time to write down and create the reality. And it doesn't have to be like, you're not holding yourself to it. It doesn't have to be this strict, stringent, it has to be this way. When I write these things down, it's what I'm telling the conscious mind to look for and to check things off. And as long as it's playing along with me, the time and the way things happen speed up so quickly. So there's no doubt in my mind, as I'm sitting here on February 6th, that what I've showed you as the doubling, and I'll put it back up here now, is going to happen. And again, I can sit here at the end of the year on December 6th and make a video going, what an amazing ride it's been. I can't believe it happened as quickly as it did. It'd probably be way before December 6th, the way these doublings are happening now. And who knew? But please twist my arm and allow me to experience it, because it's just been such a win-win-win situation. And that's why I wanted to sit down here with you. So thank you for staying till the end. I really deeply appreciate you. Once again, I'm going to ask you, if you haven't done so, please like the video, subscribe, please comment, share in the polls, in the interaction. I do have a interactive group. It was a Facebook group, and I'm now moving it to a private group. So those links are here also. And at any time, if you have any question, feel free to reach out. From the bottom of my heart and deepest appreciation for all the subscribers that got us over 1,000, for all of you that are coming in, it is my promise to you that I will always give you everything I got. I'm straightforward. I hide nothing. I want you to win and win big, and I want you to enjoy manifestations. And you can do it totally leaving the conscious mind out, and you can do it totally leaving, trying to figure out the woo-woo part of it. But why not bring them together and have them work together, and to allow yourself to have a little roadmap of where your conscious mind can check things off along the way. And it will make a world of difference, because you can't get it wrong, but you can make it wrong. And the way to shorten it is to make sure the conscious mind and the subconscious mind are married together to your best interest, and you just to get to go along the way and enjoy the whole process. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video.